staring into heaven. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven, as he went up, behold, 2 men stood by them in white apparel, who also said, Men of Galilee, why do you stand gazing up into heaven? This same Jesus who was taken up from you into heaven will so come in like manner as you saw him go into heaven. Acts 1, 10 and 11. Making prophecy charts is fun. The thrill of tracing Daniel's predictions over many centuries is hard to describe. It was this exercise that finally made a believer of me. The statue of Nebuchadnezzar's dream, the animals rising up from the sea in Daniel 7, the stunning time prophecies of Daniel 8 and 9, and some of the most compelling written material ever authored. Clear evidence that the mind of God drove the composition of the Bible. The material is so compelling, in fact, that I find it hard to drag myself away from my study to do the actual work Jesus gave us to do. While we are never to neglect the prayerful study of God's Word, our primary task is not to figure out every intricate detail of prophecy, but to carry the gospel to a dying world. And that's easy. Just share your experience. As Jesus disappeared into the clouds, out of sight, the disciples naturally lingered on the mountaintop, trying to catch one last glimpse of the one whose life and ministry had changed them so radically. You and I would have done the same thing, even though Jesus had just promised to return. The thought of losing him, even for the short term, would have been overwhelming. Angels suddenly appeared to the disciples. Perhaps they had been among those who first appeared to the shepherd when Jesus was born, exuberantly announcing his entrance to our world. Now, at the close of Christ's earthly ministry, angels once again announced the next phase of salvation history. The church was to start its work right away. Why are you standing here staring into heaven? He told you he'd come back. So it's time to head back down the mountain into a world that's waiting to hear from you. By all means, never let a day pass by where you do not fill your heart with the hope of Christ's return. But as you wait, do not spend every last minute staring into heaven, wondering when. There is more than enough work to do and precious few moments to do it. The task is all-consuming enough to make the time fly quickly, and the voice of Jesus himself will let you know when it is time to stop and look to the clouds.